Good morning, children. Welcome to the session. As you know that we are discussing Treasure Island, 10th standard English subject, first language. Today is the third session. We already discussed in two sessions regarding this Treasure Island. So in the last previous period, we have discussed that is the plan was made and all the arrangement was made for the voyage to the treasure land with the ship, Hispaniola ship, and also a captain for the sea captain and a ship's cook. And cook was a one-legged man, that is Long John Silver, who helped the Dr. Levosey. So Dr. Levosey, then in square colony, Jim, the cabin boy, and Long John Silver, that is one-legged cook, one-legged old sailor, that is cook man, and ship captain. And some of the crews were made, arranged, and whereas the apprentice was kept for taking care of the mother of Jim in his absence, and also to run the Admiral Benbow in. So let's see what is given in what is going to happen in the story. So at first, Jim wondered whether Long John Silver was the same one-legged buccaneer that old Billy had been so worried about. But the ship's cook, nicknamed Barbecue, named Barbecue, had such a pleasing manner and was so very friendly that he soon forgot all his doubts. So, in the first session, when we were discussing, Billy told the Jim regarding the one-legged man and made cautious Jim that look, if such a one-legged man will arrive to that particular land, if any such people are going to see, then giving information will be said, and it was 4 pence was given to him for that purpose. When he was on the voyage and the plan was made, on seeing this one-legged buccaneer, Jim wondered whether this man is what Billy is expecting. So that was made some confusion and doubt regarding that one-legged man, and that is Long John Silver, one-legged man, that is Long John Silver. And this fellow, Long John Silver, made so close friendship with the cook, and all the doubts, his nickname Barbecue, all the doubts which the Jim is having in his mind was covered, was made him to forget. It is mentioned, nicknamed Barbecue had such a pleasing manner and was very friendly that Jim soon forgot all his doubts. The Jim has doubt in his mind, all doubts will be clarified and cleared by making friendship with that particular man. When Jim, the doctor, the Square Trelawney, went aboard the Hispaniola the next morning, Captain Smollett, that is the ship captain, Captain Smollett demanded an urgent word with them. So, the ship captain here is the Smollett, ship captain Smollett. Smollett made an argument, demanded when Hispaniola is going to start demanding. What is demand? He said he was unhappy that he had no hand in choosing his crew. Smollett demanded that he has to be given some importance, he has to be given some responsibility in choosing the crews. Why? Because choosing the crew was given only to the Long John Silver. That is, Long John Silver has taken care all Long John Silver, chosen the crews for the voyage. And this Captain Smollett was not happy with the proceedings, the dealings which this man is doing. So directly the ship captain kept a demand to whom? To the of square tolerance. That is a square magistrate, local magistrate square colony. He said he was unhappy that he had no hand in choosing his crews and was unhappier still that everyone knew that they were sailing for treasure. Everyone knew that the voyage is because of getting the treasure. The squire admitted he had been unwise to let slip their secret and promised he could keep the treasure map hidden from everyone. He said of keeping that map secretly and from everyone. The Hispaniola set sail on the evening tide and was soon making excellent progress. The voyage, the journey begins. The sleek schooner, that is the ship, performed admirably even in heavy seas. Captain Smollett had to agree that in spite of his misgivings, the crew could not be faulted. Each man went about his duty in good spirits, none more than Long John Silver with his parrot. So Long John Silver is having parrot and Captain Flint on his shoulder, squawking. Pieces of 8, Captain Flint on his shoulder. That is of the croaking pieces of 8, and so the voyage proceeded without a hitch, but there was treasury afoot. So the song played by that parrot that is on his shoulder, that is Flint, Captain Flint. On his shoulder is pieces of 8. Late one evening, as the Hispaniola neared its destination, Jim went looking for an apple to eat. So on the journey, all is going safe. Hispaniola ship is taking its speed. All was good. It is nice. One day, late one evening, as the Hispaniola neared to its destination. What is the destination? The ship Hispaniola. When it is near to destination, when it is near to destination, where is the destination? Destination is the Treasure Island. Treasure Island. When it is near to that of Treasure Island, Jim went in search of food, that is eating apple, but finding the apple barrel nearly empty, he climbed right into it. So he was not found any apple in the barrel, so he climbed into the barrel. While hidden inside it, while he was in the barrel, he overheard a conversation between Long John Silver and the ship's coxswain. Ship's coxswain means a petty officer in charge of a boat. So coxswain. So Long John Silver and coxswain, that is a boat in charge officer. They are discussing, they are conversating that in which Silver boasted of his piracy with Captain Flint. who had died of drink, and of his plan to kill the skipper, the squire, and the doctor once the treasure was found. So, Long John Silver is the person who is responsible for the death of the Captain Flint. That is Billy. Here it is. And also, he had mindset, he planned to kill Dr. Colony also when they reached near the treasure island, because these only are having the treasure map. So he planned to kill the people when it is going to near to the treasure land. Jim was terribly afraid by hearing this he would be found out, but just then a cry rang out that roused the entire ship. So just that time a sound terrible afraid would be found out, that is cry rang out that roused the entire ship, for in the moonlight land had been sighted. They found the land, treasure island. The next morning, under Long Silver expert guidance, he he had visited the island before on a trading ship. The Hispaniola found a safe anchorage in an almost landlocked channel to the south of the island. Jim secretly warned Captain Smollett. Captain Smollett was not happy with the Long John Silver because Captain Smollett was not given chance to select the crews. And what the Long John Silver has made, he has a doubt. So when Jim is coming to know that the Long John Silver made a plan to kill all those, and he said what he planned to Captain Smollett. So after that, Jim secretly warned Captain Smollett, the squire, and the doctor Long John Silver, doctor of Long John Silver's treacherous plan. So Jim informed about the plan of the Long John Silver to the Captain Smollett, and also Ptolemy, that is also Doctor Lavoisier, and Ptolemy. Okay, we give information. The captain said that for the time being they should pretend they knew nothing, as there were only 7 of the 26 people aboard the ship that they could rely upon. The odds were stacked against their survival. So what did Smollett said to those colony and doctor? We pretend like they don't know nothing, and they will take care of all those things what is going to happen. Jim remarked that the treasure island had a brooding, menacing air. He didn't know about treasure, said doctor, but it was a pound to a penny that malaria lurked in the island's steamy marshes. So because of the malaria spread, they are not able to find out that treasure. Now that the ship was at the anchor, the crew became very agitated, and surely fearing they would mutiny straight away, Captain Smollett told them they could take the rest of the day off. Long John Silver, who had done his best to calm things down, led a party of sailors ashore, but 6 of their number were left aboard to guard the ship and keep an eye on the captain. Those were not part of the treacherous plot. So, acting more on instinct than anything else, Jim hid himself aboard the boat that rowed ashore, and as soon as the coast was clear, made a run for the shelter of the nearby undergrowth. He was delighted that no one appeared to have seen him, and soon began to enjoy the unfamiliar feeling of being all on his own. That is, Jim also wanted to free from these people. He wanted to escape from the danger, and he went out from the ship into the treasure island undergrowth. An hour or so later, Jim was surprised by voices. He hid and watched as a little way off. Long John Silver tried to pursue a number of the crew to join the mutiny. When the fellow refused and started to walk away, the old pirate drew a long knife and stabbed him in the back. Terrified, Jim slipped away and ran for his life. So when he was going outside, it was seen by Long John Silver and warned, but when refused to come back and join the Long John Silver, these fellows, Long John Silver's fellows, old pirates, drew a long knife and stabbed onto Jim. Anyhow, Jim slipped off from this and ran for his life. He ran until his legs gave out. Then, when he stopped to catch his breath, he found himself facing a wild-looking man dressed all in rags, a poor Ben Gunn. So while he was running on that particular island, he came with a man, poor man, that is Ben Gunn. One of the very important characters in the story. Said the wild man, I haven't spoken with a Christian these 3 years. That is, in the treasure island, that is Ben Gunn was living since from 3 years. Ben Gunn told Jim he had been on Captain Flint's ship when the treasure was buried. So, Ben Gunn, another character, Ben Gunn. B-G-U-N-N. Ben Gunn was another character who was one of the crew with Flint. He was a crew of Flint. Crew of Captain Flint. Captain Flint. Who is the Captain Flint here now? The dead Billy. Okay. So, what happened when Captain Flint has gone to that treasure island? That time, the crew Ben Gunn was left there only. They were not taken out. This fellow, and since from 3 years, was there on that particular treasure island. It was said by himself to that of the Jim. So, see, Ben Gunn told Jim he had been on Captain Flint's ship when the treasure was buried. The wicked pirate had taken 6 men ashore with him to hide the booty and murdered them all, so its location remained a secret. So what Captain Flint made? He took some 6 crews to hide that treasure, and after that he murdered all. And that's why only that is Captain Flint only know the place location where the treasure was buried. He said the real what has happened before to Jim. So Ben had returned on another ship to look for the treasure 3 years back, but when they could not find it, his shipmates left him marooned on the island. So after this happened, this Ben Gunn returned after that incident with his own people after 3 years, before 3 years back. But when Ben Gunn also didn't find the place where it was there, Ben Gunn's fellows beings left him there only in that island, treasure island. So that is the story told by the Ben Gunn. We will stop here, children. The next period we will discuss the remaining thing. I hope you understood the story. It's easy, but you have to be cautious the link the story which is going in. Okay, read the lesson how much it is possible, understand and take care children. We will continue the same lesson in the next period. Bye.